This is a super quick video about how to merge groups in NewPanda. All right, let's pretend like we have a couple of different groups in NewPanda that we've discovered, but we really are using them for the same thing. And well, now we need to make sure that all the contacts belong to the correct group, and we really don't want to have that duplicate group anymore. So what we're going to do is, for example, we created a group called A plus, but somewhere along the line, we've also created a group called AA, and we realized, hey, I'm really using both of these group names for the same thing. I really need to make sure that all of the contacts belong in one group. And let's say we're going to keep our A plus group, and then we don't need the AA group anymore, okay? So because it's kind of redundant. So the first thing that we're going to do in order to merge the groups is we're going to filter for the contacts that belong to both groups. Now you could merge multiple groups if you wanted to. You could also merge your A group if you want to. I'm just going to show you with two groups at this point though. So we're going to select the groups that we want to merge. We're going to apply our filter. So we're going to see now that we have 23 out of 203 contacts that we've filtered for, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to select all contacts in the select section. We're going to say all. Now that does not select all 203 of your contacts, as you'll see. It selects the filtered contacts. 23 out of 23 out of 203 contacts are selected. So now we're going to go to groups and subscriptions. And what we're going to do is we're going to just simply click the A plus group now, because this is the group that we're going to keep, and we want to make sure that all of the contacts that we have selected belong to this group. Now contacts who already are in the A plus group, it won't create a duplicate record for them. So you don't need to worry about that, okay? It's just going to make sure that any contacts that weren't in this group get added. So now that we've selected the group we're going to keep, we're going to say add to groups. Okay, and then you'll see 23 contacts have been added to one group. Now that does include people who were already in the group, so you don't need to worry about that. All right, now that we're sure that all of the contacts that we want belong to our A plus group, we're going to clear our filters. Okay, so that's step one. Step two, we're going to delete that duplicate group name that we don't use anymore, and make sure that that confusingness gets out of our system, that we're not accidentally just still trying to use that group name. So I'm simply going to, in the edit group sections, I'm going to search for the group called AA. I don't need that group name anymore, and I'm going to hit delete selected groups. All right, now if you really wanted to delete the contacts that belonged to that group, you would filter for that group first. You would select all the found contacts and you would delete them. Because once you select or delete a group name, you can't filter for who belongs to that group anymore. And so if you really wanted to delete the contacts and the group name, you delete the contacts first and then delete the group name. That is a super quick look at merging groups in NewPanda.